Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Really? Really? Today I'm going to be giving you guys a Q&A video. I asked you guys to give me some questions on my Instagram, so I'm going to be reading and answering those today while I crochet some bees. I am so excited for this video because I just really want you guys to get to know me a little bit better. I give you guys a chance to ask me some questions on my Instagram. So if you guys want to participate in any other videos like this, follow me on Instagram so that you will have a chance to ask me some questions. So without further ado, let's get started. So our first question is, how did you start crocheting and what was your first project? So I started crocheting in 2020. I just wanted to have a new hobby. My hobby at the time was painting. I love painting. I love anything artistic, anything like that. I wanted to start crocheting, but I just didn't want to invest in all of the supplies right now because I didn't know if I would like it, but I still wanted to try it out. So I just put it on my Christmas list, and if I got yarn and all the supplies that I needed that year, then I would decide to try it. So turns out that year I actually did end up getting a lot of crochet supplies, and then I decided to give it a try. So the first thing I ever made was a heart. It was a little tiny heart. That was the first thing I ever crocheted from a YouTube tutorial, and I just wanted to do something small and easy so where I could get the hang of crocheting and get the hang of the stitches. I am going to be posting a video on my whole story in another YouTube video. It is actually going to be my final project because I have a TV production class, and for my final I'm actually going to do a video of me and a documentary on my business. So you guys get to hear more of my story on that video, but this was just like a quick summary of how I started. But my first bee I luckily still have. This is the first bee I have ever crocheted. Look at that. This just shows how far I've come. First of all, it's literally inside out. This is totally off, but you know, we all start somewhere. But I also have some of the first big plush bees that I've ever made, and I can show those to you too. So this is the first big bee plush that I made. I actually have a reel of making this on Instagram. As you can see, it is inside out. I did not do it correctly, but wings, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, both of these are crazy. Compared to what I do now, oh my gosh, I have improved so much. So here's a side-by-side comparison. These are the bees that I do now. They are actually on my Etsy if you're interested, and this is the first bee I ever made. So as you can see, there is a big difference here, and I'm very happy to see this improvement because, oh my gosh, but look how cute this one is. I love my bees so much, but this has to go. The second question is, what is your favorite crocheted item to make? Love your YouTube videos. Thank you. My favorite thing to make, if I'm being honest, is bees. But I just talked about those. I love making them because it's so easy to me. It's almost like
second nature. Like I just automatically know how to do it. I could probably do them in my sleep at this point.
But that's probably my favorite thing to make. I also like to make frog keychains. I just think those are also really easy, and they're pretty satisfying to make. I love watching frog keychains come together. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to make. The next question is, how long did it take you to learn how to crochet? Well, in all honesty, I'm a fast learner, so I would say about a few months to actually perfect what I do. Not even perfect, because I'm still, you know, I'm still growing and I'm still doing better, you know, it's never like an end point, but I think that I have seen a lot of improvement from when I first started. If you want to learn how to crochet, all you need to do is look up YouTube tutorials on how to do it. That's what I did. I'm self-taught from that, and ever since I watched YouTube tutorials on how to do it, I eventually learned how to read patterns from it, and once you learn how to read patterns, you're pretty much good to go. Kind of on the same topic, but when did you start crocheting? So I started crocheting in 2020, kind of the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. The more you do it, the more consistent you are, and the hard work that you put in, it will pay off. That's how I started this. The next question is, how do you balance school, work, and your crochet business all at once? By the way, you're amazing. Thank you. It's actually a common asked question. A lot of people ask this question. So in the beginning of the school year, I was actually working at Domino's. I was working every single day, sometimes even on weekends, but I was working pretty much every weekday, which meant that I did not have a lot of time to crochet. Especially with school and work, it caused me to only have a few hours in my day to fulfill orders, which was very stressful to me because I need the time to do my orders, and that's when people started getting really upset at me because I wasn't able to get orders out fast enough. And it was a very stressful time for me. Luckily, I was a part of a program at school where I was able to leave school after third period and come straight home. So I would get home around 12:30 and I would have those few little hours to crochet, and I would usually have to go into work at like 3:30 to 4. So that really only gave me like a few good hours to crochet. And I would get off of work at about 8 to 9 p.m. and that's when I would come home. I would come home, shower, and want to go straight to sleep. So I wasn't able to crochet. Luckily, I am so grateful to announce that Etsy has been stable enough for me to where I was able to do crochet as my full-time job.
I have never been more grateful in my whole life to be doing something. This is the best job I could ever ask for, and I really hope I could be doing this my whole life.
I absolutely love what I do, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do it full time. Like, so exciting! So now that I don't work at Domino's anymore, I am able to come straight home and crochet for the rest of the day. My new schedule is coming home at 12:30. I come home, I crochet, I like to film videos, I make content, I respond to DMs and their orders, and I get to
live my best life as a crochet artist.
I also make time to go to the gym. I make time to go hang out with friends sometimes. So you just have to find time to do it, honestly. But when I did work at Domino's, balancing my work life and my school life was very hard for me, but I still found a way to do it. I needed to do it. I mean, I had orders that were waiting for me. I couldn't just not do it. So that would take away time from my sleep. I would end up going to sleep at like 1 to 2 a.m. and my body was just used to it because I was staying up late to get some orders done. Also doing events on the weekends too, which means I would have to work on Saturdays or Sundays or maybe even both, and I would go out, sell my products in person on the weekends too. So I was pretty much working 24/7. As a student, as a worker, and as a business owner, it was so hard to find time. If you're wanting to do a business and you struggle with finding time to do it, I would say there's only one option, and that would be to make time for it. If you don't have the time for your business and you're struggling to find time, you're gonna have to take time away from other things to do it. If you have any free time, I would say crochet in your free time. For me, I would crochet at school. I would literally bring crochet stuff to school and crochet at lunch. Things like that, you have to make time for it. I love that question. Thank you for asking. The next question is, what was your biggest crochet project? So the biggest thing I have ever crocheted was a giant monkey with a banana and I will actually show you guys a picture of it here. So made a giant bunny, a pink bunny, and those two are probably my biggest projects that I've ever made. Right now I'm working on a giant blanket. That is probably gonna be my next biggest project, also the longest project that I've done. The next question is, how do you stay motivated to crochet, and do you ever get unmotivated? It is very common for people to become unmotivated and get very bummed out about things that they do so much. And with crocheting, and since it's my job, it's very easy to become overwhelmed and feeling very blah about it. But something that really helps me to feel motivated about crocheting again, and this is particularly whenever I have to make a bunch of one item, it becomes very tedious for me because, you know, after making the same thing over and over and over again, it just becomes very tedious. In order to help me get out of that, I like to crochet a different project, something that I've been wanting to do. It gets me excited to crochet, something where I can express my creativity. When I crochet things like that, it makes me become motivated again, and it makes me love my work again. So just experimenting with different patterns and trying patterns that I've been wanting to do for a while, that really helps me get back into it. Usually, even if I am unmotivated, I still push myself to do it because it has to get done. So even if I am unmotivated, I still have to crochet, even if I don't want to. It's very, very, very common for businesses, for crocheters and other people who have their own business to get into a mood like that where they aren't motivated anymore. But if you have discipline and you have the drive, you can do it, I promise. That was a great question, thank you. Another question asks, when did you learn how to crochet and when did you start selling on Etsy? So I kind of talked about this earlier, but I started crocheting around 2020, 2021. I got really into it in like October of 2021. I started my Etsy back in February of 2021, and I had some things on there, but I wasn't really like working hard for it until later on down the road. But I just started my Etsy and put a few things on there, just if anyone wanted to buy, I would have a website on there just to get it started. Do you have to lay top of everything? Okay, next question. Next question is, what is your most favorite piece that you have done? So I have a lot of favorite pieces, honestly, but one of my favorite pieces right now that I love is this strawberry turtle. Look how adorable. Look how adorable this is. It's so cute. I love that, like, the little seeds, I try to make them look like hearts here, but right now I love this strawberry turtle. This is one of my favorite pieces right now. She's actually gonna be bagged up and put for one of my events that I have this weekend, actually tomorrow. So she's gonna be sold at a vendor event, but I do want to put turtles on my Etsy, trust me. I'm gonna do that, but I really love it.
Look how cute!
Back in the bag you go, girl. Get in there. The next question is, what are my best sellers for markets? My best sellers in general are bees, frogs, mushrooms, anything that's just cute. Stuff like that does pretty well at events. The next question is, what is your favorite brand of yarn? I love all your work. Thank you so much. So let me show you guys some of my favorite brands of yarn, and I'm going to show you guys on the screen so that way you can get a visual. So these are the two brands that I use the most. This brand is called Sweet Snuggles by Loops and Threads. Now, this yarn can only be found at Michael's. This yarn can only be found at Michael's. And you can buy it on the Michael's website, or you can find it in stores, but this brand that I use is only at Michael's. This brand is very similar to the Sweet and Snuggles. They are both jumbo, fluffy, and thick yarn, if that's what you're looking for. This is from the brand premieryarns.com. You can find this online. You can look up premieryarns.com. Size is 7 and it's jumbo. So 7 jumbo yarn. This is what I get from Premier Yarns. They have a bunch of different color options, as well as the Sweet and Snuggles one. These are definitely my favorite brands. Now, this brand is my favorite thin yarn brand. It's thin, it's still fluffy. It's basically like the jumbo yarn, just thinner. This is what I usually make frogs out of, and I just love the quality of this yarn. It's called Baby Bee, and I find this yarn at Hobby Lobby. So if you want to find this brand, it's at Hobby Lobby. The next question, somebody asked me, have I ever made any avocados? I really love avocados and I think they're so cute, but I have not made any avocados yet. I totally could. If someone wanted to custom order it, I can make it through a custom order, but if I've ever made one, no, I haven't. Speaking of that, I also do custom orders, guys. So what you see on Etsy is not the only thing that you can purchase from me. If you want to buy bees, frogs, mushrooms, whales, pickle, anything like that, I have on my Etsy. You should check it out if you want to see what I have. But if you're looking for something that's not on my Etsy and you're looking for something custom made, I can make rose bouquets. I can make pretty much anything. If you just message me on Instagram, I'm able to do a custom order. What this means is you can message me about what you would like to order. We will talk about the colors, the size. Please, 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 if you would like a custom order, please include a reference photo or even a link to a free pattern that you may find of what you want, so that it's just easier on me so that I can see exactly what you want. Now, the photo that you provide for your custom order is gonna be what I base it on. So it might look exactly like the picture that you show me. That's also how I'm gonna charge, based on the reference photo that you give me. So once we do that, and we come to an agreement on what you would like to order, I accept PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Once I receive the payment, that means your order is solidified. Now, with my schedule, it will take me about 1 to 2 weeks to make your order, and it will take 1 to 2 weeks in shipping. So what this means is that it could take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for you to receive your product. A lot of people want to know where their order is, or how come their orders took a month to arrive, but this is just my processing time, and this is just the time that I'm able to get orders done. So thank you to all of those who have been patient with me. I also forgot to mention that shipping will always be $5 with me, so any product that you may want, the shipping is going to be $5. I do not do custom orders internationally. I only ship internationally on Etsy, unfortunately. So if you live anywhere else but the United States, I won't be able to ship to you. So if you want anything custom, just DM me on Instagram. I am finishing up this bee. I'm gonna answer the last question by one of my crochet friends, Micah. Shout out to Micah. She asked, what else do you like to do in your free time other than crochet? Now, I love this question. In my free time when I'm not crocheting, I love to go to the gym. The gym is one of my hobbies. I try to go to the gym at least 5 times a week. Usually do it when I'm finished crocheting for the day. I also love to roller skate. I've actually been roller skating my whole life. I love to go with my family. It's kind of a family activity that we do. Basically what that means is every Saturday night we all go out to skate, and we do a bunch of cool tricks on the floor, and we also do jam skating, which is a different type of skating, and it's something that I also love to do. I also love the beach. I love the water. I love the springs. I love the pool. Anything like that I absolutely love. So in my free time, I love to go to the beach and to go to resorts or anything water related. I absolutely love that. Like,
please, I thrive in the sun. Like,
Here is the bee with the blush, and now I'm gonna add the wings on. Also love family, and I try to make as much time for my family as possible. this is kind of what I do on the weekends with my family, is going skating. So that's really when I get the chance to spend time with them. For the third time. Can't be up here. I also love making time for friends. I love hanging out with friends. Not as often that I'm able to hang out with friends. If I do have the time, I love to hang out with my friends. Thank you for asking, Micah. That was a great question. Okay, we actually have one more question. I almost missed this one, but this is also a good question. Hi, how did you become so successful with your shop? Thank you. One of the most important things in your business is going to be being consistent, having self-discipline, being able to put in the hard work. You are very passionate about what you do and you're putting in the work and you're hustling on it. If you're crocheting every single day and making the time out of your day to crochet, and you're working hard on making those TikTok videos, making reels, making sure you have engaging content for people to watch, you will succeed. If you put in the work, you will see results. It did not happen right away for me. It took me a long time to be successful in my business. It definitely did not happen overnight. So I just say, with the hard dedication and with the hustle mindset, with self-discipline and being able to put in time for your business, engaging content for people to like, I promise you, you will go far. If you're being creative with your work, you're going to stand out from the crowd. Being unique, even if it's strange right away, is going to be so much better than just copying what everyone else does. Having your own niche and having your own style to crochet is so important. For example, whenever I see a post from somebody, I can tell who made the plushie just by seeing the style. Creating your own style of crochet is also a key factor, I would say. We are done with our bee. How do you guys like it? So that is the end of our Q&A video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. I loved sharing more of myself to you guys. So grateful for all of you guys, and thank you to everyone who asked me a question, and thank you for participating. If you want to participate in anything else like this, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down below. And if you have any other ideas on some videos you would like to see me make, let me know down below. That way it helps me. Also, if you like this video, please give it a like so that I know what videos to make more for you guys, so that I know what you guys like and what you don't like. And subscribe. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!